Welcome. My name is Andrea Lucy, and I am with the Prader-Willi Syndrome Association of the USA. I am joined today with Liam Crowley, a teen who was born with Prader-Willi syndrome. Currently, Liam lives with his mom, dad, and older brother in Florida. At 12 years old, Liam published his first novel, A Wolf's Way Home. Welcome, Liam. It is a pleasure to have you here today.
It's a pleasure to be here.
Liam, you could have chosen to write about anything for your first novel, but A Wolf's Way Home is an epic fantasy quest full of mythical beings and danger and a motley crew of friends on a journey to reclaim a warrior wolf princess's kingdom. What inspired you to write a fantasy adventure and not another genre like science fiction or historical fiction?
I guess I've I love the Chronicles of Narnia, Harry Potter. I'm a huge fantasy guy. So fantasy is kind of like where I felt like I had a line between where I I had a frame. Like I knew about fantasy more than any other genre.
That's great. So you got your interest in fantasy and mythology because you read so many fantasy and mythology stories. That's really great. I feel like a lot of people don't appreciate some of that mythology that goes into works of fantasy. Kate is the main character of A Wolf's Way Home. And in your story, she's known as the mystical wolf. She loses both her parents and her kingdom in a battle against the dragon lord Blazon, but she's determined against all odds to reclaim her homeland. She sounds pretty remarkable. Was there anyone who inspired you to write such a strong lead character?
I love Disney, and Lion King was a great way for Simba. Simba getting into a huge feud, Scar making him feel like he was the one to, he was, you know what I mean? So it's kind of like Simba inspired me to create this wolf that wanted to do something not by herself, but with people who are on her side.
You know, that's a great way to talk about some of the obstacles that Kate had to overcome in her journey. She battles dragons, but also herself, and she has to join with others and earn their confidence and confidence in herself. And
exactly.
I feel like, and that can relate to a lot of people. Is there any important PWS related lesson that you've learned along your own journey?
You should always want to be yourself. You should always want to do what you want to do, and don't let anyone hold you back.
I think that's great advice for a lot of people. Kate is the main character, but are there any other characters that you enjoyed writing in your story?
There's a lot, but the one that I really enjoyed was Bucky.
And what made Bucky so special to write about?
Not only was he the first animal Kate actually learned about, but he was there for everything. When she was down, he picked her up. He was just like your average best friend.
Sounds like she has a lot of people to support her. Liam, you were only 12 years old when your novel was published. That's pretty incredible. What challenges did you overcome to accomplish that achievement?
A lot.
Any in particular that come to mind? Maybe trying to juggle school. When did you find the time to write?
Well, after I got out of school and mom homeschooled me, I had the chance to find the time to figure out what characters are, the story, and everything. I had more time to write.
It sounds like in a way coronavirus helped you be able to write a novel. You had more free time to be able to do that.
You could say yes.
Liam, can we expect to see a sequel or a prequel to A Wolf's Way Home?
It is a trilogy, so there are going to be 2 books. Sequel's already done and being edited, so that shouldn't be long before the sequel comes out. The 3rd book's on its way.
Can we get a sneak peek of the title of the sequel, of the 2nd one in the trilogy?
A Royal Quest.
I like it. I can't wait to read it. Liam,
trilogy is a lot of fun.
It is. Writing a novel is, as we said before, it's a really huge accomplishment for anyone to achieve. Is there anything else you hope to accomplish in your life? And what can we expect to see next from Liam?
I really want to achieve an Academy Award. Or a best-selling award or something.
Well, we'll expect that. In a couple of years from now, we'll see you at the top of the New York Times best-selling authors.
That's what I'm hoping.
That would be pretty great. I hope you get it.
Thank you.
Liam, we often hear from other individuals with Prader-Willi syndrome that there is a misconception about what they can and can't accomplish because of their diagnosis. What's something people sometimes seem to misunderstand about you?
That I can't do certain things that I can. Like, I created a book. I am super incredibly smart. I'm pretty fast if I say so myself. But, I mean, again, I really don't care about what other people say about me because that's how I accomplish my goals.
Some very sage advice from someone who is 13. I feel like a lot of adults could really learn from that too. What would be one important piece of advice that you would pass on to another child with PWS? Let's say it's a 1-year-old who is just growing up. What advice would you give to that young little kid with PWS about what they can expect in their future?
Always, put yourself out there. Get to know yourself, but let other people get to know you for who you are.
Again, really, really great advice, Liam. Before we end today's session, is there anything I should ask you that I didn't know enough to ask, or anything else that you would like to share?
I'm an artist.
What kind of art?
I make a lot of cartoon characters.
Oh, nice. So you draw them out?
Yeah.
Really cool. An artist and a novelist and a really smart academic achiever. I think you've got a lot going for you, Liam. That's pretty exciting.
Yeah.
And I just want to thank you again for taking the time to do this interview with me, and so the Prader-Willi syndrome community can hear from you as well. For everybody who is listening to this, his new book is called A Wolf's Way Home, and it's available online. Thank you, Liam, again for being with us today.
You're totally welcome.
Awesome. Thank you, Liam. Have a good day.
You too.
Bye.
Bye.